In this video, we're going to demonstrate how Ansible may be used to install software on remote hosts automagically. We will also create a simple Ansible playbook. I will be using the Linux Academy Playground. If you don't have a subscription to Linux Academy, then I highly recommend that you take advantage of the 7-day trial that they offer. They are pretty awesome in my opinion. We have one device configured as my control server and another node that's going to be controlled called Workstation. So let's install Ansible on the control host. We're going to log into the control host server using SSH. Next, we will install epel-release. Then, let's install Ansible. Now we need to create the Ansible user on both the control host and the workstation host. So first on the control host, let's do a sudo user add Ansible. Now let's connect to the workstation node. We'll add the Ansible user to the workstation and set a password for the Ansible user. We need to make sure it's something that we'll remember. Ansible is going to hate my password, but hey, this is a training video. So sudo user add Ansible, sudo password Ansible. And we'll log out. So with our user created, we need to create a pre-shared key that allows the user to log in from the control node to the workstation without a password. First, let's change to the Ansible user. Next, we will generate a new SSH key, accepting the default settings when prompted. Now, let's copy the SSH key to the workstation using the password we created earlier. Next, let's test that we no longer need a password to log into the workstation. Awesome, that works. So let's log out of the workstation. So our next task is to configure the Ansible user on the workstation host so that they can sudo without a password. Let's log into the workstation host as cloud user. Now we're going to edit the sudo words file. Let's copy and then add this line to the end of the file. This gives Ansible root privileges. And save the file, :WQ, and log out of the workstation. Next, we need to create our inventory consisting of only the workstation host. On a control host, running as the Ansible user, we're going to create a new directory. So then let's get into it. Vim /home/Ansible/inventory. And add the text workstation to the file, and then we're going to save it. Now we need to create our playbook in the Ansible directory on the control node. This will install Git on the workstation when we execute the playbook. So let's open the playbook, and we'll add the following text to the file. First, a comment describing what our playbook does. So this installs Git on the target host, and our inventory under host is workstation. Add become, very important, so we'll make that yes, and that means Ansible will run as root. Next, we put in our task. So our task is to install Git. And the state that we want is the latest. And then we'll save and exit the file. Now let's run the playbook. Next, let's verify that the playbook ran successfully. Coolness. So in under 10 minutes, we were able to deploy Ansible, create a connection between two nodes, create a simple inventory, and write our first Ansible playbook. we rock. I hope that you found the video useful, and I thank you for watching. And if you liked what you saw, then please don't forget to subscribe. We'll be adding new Ansible videos soon.